Was good, y'all.
Yeah.
Come to you very in down spirits today. I hate losing, and I hate losing by a lot. Uh, yeah, the Knicks lose to the Timberwolves today, 100 to 117. It it's only one that I've seen so far, but it was definitely giving me reminiscence of the third quarter of dooms of season past. The way that the Timberwolves came out in the third quarter and took control of the game, namely Anthony Edwards came out on a mission in the third quarter and was getting buckets. He scored 11 of his 19 second half points in the third quarter. It was rough to watch. It was rough to watch. I got my critiques on what happened, but I want to say what's up to my panel first. Shout out to Mrs. Nix. My guy Fraz is in the building. You got to hit him with the you already know the vibe. You know the
You already know
tagline.
the vibe is Fraz in the building. It's Knicks-ish in the building. Y'all know what it is. I'm here early, so let's talk about it. Yeah, I mean, ain't no late today. I'm here. I'm early. All right.
Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my
Listen,
guy and
man.
my lady. You feel me?
Shout out
Uh,
Mrs. Knicks all day and every
you
day.
already know. Shout out to JJ Jackson in the building. Yeah,
Always.
JJ, listen, man. I like watching Knicks games, even though I hate losing. I like watching them even when we lose. I hate missing games, but I'm gonna let you know, bro. You ain't really missed nothing tonight. Darlene is in the building as always.
Yo,
How you
Darlene, what's
doing?
goody?
Hey,
You
Sam is in
always
the
here.
building. All right, so going into my first critique is not a rant, it's a critique. Uh, Coach Tommy T tonight in the third quarter, clearly, like Quentin Grimes couldn't didn't have nothing for in the third quarter. One of my keys to victory was the fact that we had a multitude of people that we could put on Anthony Edwards to give different looks. Coach Tommy T wanted to hear none of that. I understand he has tremendous faith in Quentin Grimes, but it was a strength issue, uh, a size issue that Quentin Grimes just couldn't overcome tonight. And he's skilled too. Let's not forget that Anthony Edwards is one of those guys. Uh, and no adjustment to what they were doing in the third quarter. They ran like the same play for Anthony Edwards like four times in a row, where he was coming off the screen and then they give him the ball coming off the screen instead of running like the prototypical pick and roll. Uh, and I know, and I saw exactly why they did it. It takes Mitchell Robinson away from, showing on the pick and roll and stopping a drive to the hoop. And there's nobody there to help Quentin Grimes recover when he catches the ball off the screen, off the off ball screen, and that led to like six six to eight basket. I mean 6 to 8 points for Anthony Edwards, almost like in a row. If it wasn't in a row, it was probably like a basket or two in between. But they ran that play in consecutive times, and it was killing us. And I'm like, so we just not gonna do nothing to stop this play? We just gonna let we just gonna let them do this shit over and over again? This is what's gonna happen? So that's and our shooting tonight was bad. I know Frad's gonna get into the stats, but it was horrible shooting tonight. And to me, that's really what lost us the game. The third quarter in our shooting, like we couldn't hit the side of a barn with a beach ball. Like we couldn't do nothing tonight shooting wise. And I'm gonna pass it off to somebody else on the panel because I could go on tangents.
no, I mean for sure that third quarter that sealed the deal for us. I mean, disappointed, yes, because I know we can put up a better fight. But the same thing you said, which was going to be my main point for tonight, a lot of the shots that we usually make just weren't going down tonight, and that cost us the game. Um, I want to see them again because I know it ain't gonna be this. This ain't gonna be this. Like I'm that person. Like when we lose, like I want to see you right now.
Yeah,
I
Fraz.
mean, I mean, listen, people. Shooting 35% from the field is not gonna cut it. Shooting 23% from three is not gonna cut it.
Nope.
Barely shooting 80% from the line definitely ain't gonna cut it. But when you only scored 19 points in the third quarter, when these guys was ripping off three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer after basket after three-pointer, it was like, y'all gonna
Yeah,
play some D or like it was just bad, bro. Like T Time did mention the adjustment. Grimes should have came out earlier. You should have played Hart earlier in this game. You
think he
should
should
you
have
could
put DiVincenzo in earlier.
Yeah, you should have played the bench earlier this game. And also, there was a stretch, I believe, in that third quarter. Tommy T, why you have Randall on the bench with Carl Anthony Towns in the game still?
Yeah,
Why you
it
have
was
Randall on the
nasty work.
bench?
Nasty
Nasty
work.
work. You didn't
Yeah,
even counterpunch.
I got it. My man Randy was killing me from the line tonight. I wanted to go and shoot them free throws for him. That's how bad he was from the line tonight. I'm like, my boy, like what you doing? You're killing me out here, bro. I'm out here dying on hills for you, and you out here bricking from the free throw line. Is unseemly. I was disappointed. I was disappointed, and it's always the first one he missed. He'll make the second one every time. The first one is the one that you got to worry about. He'll miss the first one, make the second one. Free throws was killing me. Another thing too I saw from in the game is that our unwillingness to attack Rudy Gobert at the rim. I understand he's a three-time uh three-time defensive player of the year, right? He got that three-time defensive player of the year, damn near perennial all defensive team player. And I understand that. I get it. But you still have to attack them. You still have to attack them. Maybe you could get him in foul trouble or something. And when Julius Randle started pinning back his ears and and going to the basket, he fouled in Carl Anthony Towns out the game because he was being aggressive and taking it to Carl Anthony Towns and not being scared of the fact that they're both 7 feet. There's too many times we got in right. I understand the theory about kicking the ball out. I do. I really do. But it was a few times Dante DiVincenzo gets right to the rim, kick the ball out. RJ Barrett gets right to the rim. Nobody in front of him and tries to pass it to Mitchell Robinson in traffic. And those are kind of things that also led to us losing because those led to easy transition baskets. And in the third quarter and in the second half, they got a lot of buckets off of missed shots in steals. Because us making too many passing up too many open shots. Speaking of open shots, Josh Hart, my boy, I understand you out there for defense and rebounding, but if you're open for a 3-point shot, you gotta shoot it, bro. You gotta shoot it. I'm talking about wide open. You wasn't just a little bit open. You were wide open. You want a pump fake. Even when your own teammates is telling you to shoot, you know you fucking up. And it was too much of that in the first half. What was nasty? I saw DiVincenzo take a fadeaway 3-pointer going out towards the baseline. Man, you quickly did the same thing. Listen, man.
Stick to the
Listen, man.
basics, bro.
Word. Once they start going in and y'all going crazy, do your thing. I got some rants, but we only 10 minutes in, so I'm gonna keep it.
I mean,
You know
and
what I
then
mean?
two other things that really caught my eye. And one thing is, I know we want to get Mitch more involved, but we have to do it smart, right? Like we can't pass it to him on a chest pass or a bounce pass. That's not his thing. We need to throw it above the rim all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't got to be an alley oop, but it can't be where he needs to go down and come back up because it's not efficient for us. We need to play to his strength. The second thing is we always talk about it on the show, assists. We only had 16 assists today. Not for lack of ball movement. It wasn't really a stagnant game where it looked horrible. It was a lot of our shots not going in, But if we don't get 25 to 30 assists, we're not winning the game, period.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That the reason why the reason why the assistant numbers were down is definitely because of the poor shooting. We were just
For
missing
sure.
everything. We couldn't hit nothing. But I agree with you. Trying to give Mitch the ball in traffic when, especially when you don't pass it to him on a regular,
Right.
he's looking. You know he's looking for the offensive board. So you coming out of nowhere and you trying to bail out, you're already jumping in the air, and then you trying to wrap around. He's not looking for that.
Yeah. He's
He's
not
not
that
looking for
center.
that.
No.
Yeah. But if you throw it up around the rim, he gonna go and get that. I agree. Speaking of Mitchell Robinson, I know we are lost, but that in and out move he hit Rudy Gobert was crazy. It was crazy. Yo, I'm
You
not
see
saying
his
Mitchell Robinson.
confidence a little more and more
Yeah,
as the
I'm
season.
not saying that Mitchell Robinson needs to be doing that all the time. But this is not the only time we've seen Mitchell Robinson make a move like that and get an easy basket. I'm
It's good to
saying
see.
we should at least let him do that once again. You feel me? At least once again. Different places. Hey, Mitch, kind of running this play for you. You feel me? Go get a basket real quick. Because for a big man, he has decent handle. I've seen it. Like, working out in off season videotape is different than the NBA game. I get it.
Right.
But I've seen him handle the ball in those situations, and he don't handle the ball like a regular center. Like he
Mm-hmm.
could dribble just a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad if we like, yo, you do a lot of offensive rebounding. It's time, go get a bucket, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Go get a bucket
For
because
sure.
that was too smooth. That was too smooth, man. Yeah, but yeah. Fraz, you got anything? Cause it's about to be time, man.
Uh, well, all right. Well, before he gets into his rant, I mean, like I said, when you barely shooting 25% from 3 point range, it was a stretch where it was looking like that old lackadaisical ball again. They just come down, shoot a quick three. The other team comes down the court, pushes the pace, gets an easy bucket in transition. There's too much of that going on tonight. Like the Knicks can't relapse, especially on the number one team in the West at that. They're number one in the West right now for a reason.
Mhm.
They play well. That's their style of game, you know. And Knicks got to be more consistent hitting the jump shot, man. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's I hate losing, but I'm not. I hate to be one of those silver lining guys. But we did lose to the best team in the West. You feel me? Like we hand uh we handled the teams that we were supposed to handle, and we lost to a really good basketball team. Out of our last 8 games, 2 losses we had. No, was it the last 8? Yeah, the last 8 games. Our 2 losses came to the best team in the East, and the best team in the West. Uh, and we beat all the teams we were supposed to beat. That's a starting point. You know. But yeah, here comes. I think here comes Durant. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
the where you go? There you go. Yeah, here we go. Here coming rant. So, oh, it's on loop by accident. But yeah, I was talking to my panel before we got online, and you know what grinds my gears, you know, is trying to watch the game and be active on my social media and seeing people just can't wait to say the dumbest shit on earth. So I seen something on my social media that a few people were saying that Carl Anthony Towns manhandled us tonight. What game were you watching? What game were you watching?
No.
The guy, I ain't gonna lie, he made about a good 3 to 4 tough plays. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, okay, that's a big
Manhandle.
man moves. But manhandle, y'all so eager just to say the dumbest shit because you don't like a certain player on a team. and you have a narrative to try to bring said other player onto this team, that you're making up stuff now. What did he manhandle? His counterpart didn't shoot the ball well, still had 21 points, 13 rebounds. That doesn't and fouled him out the game. That doesn't sound like manhandling to me. That doesn't sound like manhandling. When especially when Cat only had 5 boards all game. You're 7 foot and you're guarding a 6'9" guy, and you only get 5 boards, and that 6'9" guy gets 13 of them things. That doesn't sound like manhandling. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop watching Knicks basketball as a Knicks fan, looking for things to complain about. It's disgusting work. I couldn't imagine sitting at home watching my quote unquote favorite basketball team and waiting with my hands on Twitter for somebody to do something wrong. So I'm like, oh my God, this team is so bad. Bro, y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax. Cat's still not that guy. Y'all, if y'all call manhandling 20 points and 5 rebounds for somebody who at the end of his contract gonna be making $60 million a year, I'm good. Let me stay with the guy that's still making a little bit under 30. That's giving me 25 and 10. The same productivity for half the money. I'll take it. You feel me? Yeah, it's just nasty work, man. It's just nasty work. I seen people fucking turning on Quentin Grimes already. Like, bro, the 3rd-year guy, he don't get a lot of shots on a consistent basis. He just coming off a wrist injury. And he had to guard one of the hottest players in the NBA right now. Like, shit happens. Some of the best players in best defensive players in NBA history got roasted and got 40 and 50 and 60 pieces put on them. It's just a part of the game when you're guarding special talent. Y'all, for real, I'm really starting to think some of y'all hate the Knicks. Y'all say y'all like them, but I think y'all really hate the Knicks, bro. Like I said, I don't agree with Richard Jefferson a lot, especially about the Knicks because he be hating too. But he said it. He's like, yo, I don't hate the Knicks. Knicks fans hate the Knicks. And it's starting to ring true, man. It's nasty work. That's the end of the ring. Well, at least this one. Yeah. But
I mean,
yeah,
everything you said is 100%. Like, it really. I don't like going on Twitter when we win, and I definitely don't go on it at all when we lose because when we win, they go in. So I already know what happens when we lose. It's everything is wrong. Instead of just like, okay, kind of like what we do, like it wasn't a pretty game. This is what we could do better. Yeah, this person had a bad game, but it was one game out of what, 13, 14. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
people are entitled to bad games. And again, we didn't lose because of one player or two players. This was a
yeah.
total team effort loss today.
Except for Jalen Brunson, he played great. He played great.
But the
Uh,
other ones that usually step up and help.
yeah, yeah. Uh, whatchamacallit? You know, again, I make no excuses. I'll be on time with Coach Tommy T with this. You play the games ahead of you, but you also we played 5 games in 7 days, all of them on the road.
Two
That's
back to
rough.
back.
I don't know why this shit ain't holding the charge right now. Yeah, I'm on like 4%. So I'm gonna let y'all guys know when I'm on 1%. Uh, if it die, y'all more than welcome to keep the party going. if it allows y'all, because I don't know.
Yeah.
But if not, my bad, y'all. It's literally on the charger and dying at the same time. It's weird. Uh, but yeah, like I was saying, 10. I mean 5 games. I mean, yeah, 5 games in 7 nights on the road is rough. Is rough. And you can't really expect to win every game. It's unrealistic to believe that. Not making no excuses because I still feel like with if we shot well, we win this game, right?
For sure.
But yeah, these nights are bound to happen. 82 game season. We're going to lose some nasty ones. We're going to lose some nasty ones. At least we didn't lose to the Hawks, the Hornets. You feel me? Like the Boston Celtics did. Yeah, I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
can't
I was like,
I can't live with those losses.
Right.
I could live with this a little bit better. I could go. This loss won't keep me up at night. A loss to the Hornets will keep me up at night. I'll be upset. But
especially if I
this loss,
dropped 40, especially if I dropped 40 and lost in overtime to the Hornets like Jason
crazy,
Tatum did, I'd be upset. I'd be
crazy.
sick. I'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean, so I just want to say, Knicks fans, don't fret. It's a nasty loss. It's a nasty loss uh, to a really good team. That's just the bottom line. Uh, Purple Knicks is in the building. Oh my God, Curtis in the building. I didn't even see that. What's
Word,
good, Brody?
OG
My God, my God,
my
Curtis in the
guy,
building. What's good? Marlon is in the building.
Marlon
Yes, sir.
Mayhem, what's
Yeah,
good?
yeah. But
Conglomerate.
yeah, man. Like it's my fault, y'all. It's really my fault. I said I was gonna wear my Julius Randle jersey tonight. I didn't.
Mm.
I'm 4-1 in my Julius Randle jersey, and
You
I
better put
didn't.
it on under your uniform on Friday.
Yeah,
You
whoa,
always.
whoa. I might have to for real. You heard? Like 4-1 in that jersey. I was like, yes. I don't feel like putting on a jersey. It's a little chilly in the crib. Let me throw on a hoodie. You feel me? Like bad business. My bad, y'all. It's my fault. I cost us the loss tonight. You know what I mean? Nah. But RJ Barrett had a awful game. He had an awful game.
What was he like,
Uh
4 for 14?
I hold on, I had the stats right up too.
Had to be like, he was somewhere around there. It was
He was,
horrible.
yeah, he
RJ
was.
Barrett, he was 4 for 13.
Something like that.
Uh
All right.
he he was forcing. He was forcing and that was nasty work. He was forcing and that was nasty work. He said, please don't forget on Friday. I won't. I won't. I won't. So I won't. I'm gonna have my Knicks jersey on underneath my uniform. Word. Dolly said it's your fault. Y'all wasn't supposed to agree with me.
Get him, Darlene. Get him.
Oh yeah, nah. But RJ did a lot of forcing tonight. Very indecisive with what he wanted to do with the basketball. And I don't like to blame refs for losses, wins or losses, but the refs was kind of trash tonight, low key.
Super
Yeah, I
trash.
mean, kind of trash tonight. I mean, we made up the free throw discrepancy in the fourth quarter, but for a large part of the game, it was super lopsided. They were letting the calls were lopsided. They weren't calling the same contact on both ends of the floor, especially when it came to Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Uh, and they were calling whatever for Cat and Anthony Edwards. They was getting all the calls. Uh, but again, I don't like to put the blame on the refs. This is the matter of fact statement. You feel me? Uh, they were bad. Like RJ Barrett gets smacked in the face and raked across the arms for what could have been an easy layup, and at a time when we really needed that bucket. Like that bucket could have helped swing the momentum of the game, and they missed that call, and the ball goes out of bounds. There's a few things that the refs missed tonight. It looked like a young referee staff, so I'm gonna kind of like not go all the way in on them. The young boys was fucking up tonight. Uh, they was fucking up tonight. But RJ Barrett needs to be more decisive with what he wants to do. And this always kind of happened to RJ, if I'm not mistaken. He plays well. He has some reason where he has to miss a couple of games. Then when he come back, he play like shit for a while. Like it feel like every year this happens to him. Like I can't remember the last season where he didn't have a streak where he was like, okay, RJ starting to gain traction, hurt for some wild ass reason. or sick for some wild ass reason. Then he come back and it's like he forget to play basketball. I don't get it, but whatever. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
mean, the
I
good
got
part is we're gonna get rest these next few games and time to run it
absolutely.
back with Miami.
Yeah, that's a game we gotta fucking win. I don't
That's
want
an
to lose to them
in-season
motherfuckers.
tournament
No ifs,
game.
ands, buts,
Gotta
Yeah,
maybe.
have that to go 2-1. Gotta have that to
I
go 2-1.
I I I don't want to lose that game for nothing.
Well, Bucks are
Listen,
Bucks are 2-0 in the in-season tournament, so we have to win that. We have.
yeah, yeah. I don't give a fuck about that tournament. You know what I mean? Two,
True.
I just don't want to lose to Miami. But
Right.
I get what you're saying. Not say that you wrong, Franz. For grand scheme of things in the in-season tournament, we have to win that game. You're right. You're 100% right. But fuck Miami. I want to beat them just because it's Miami.
Well,
That's it.
Facts.
it just happened to be an in-season tournament game, so hey,
Yeah.
it's gonna count. It's gonna count. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Fred, like I said, you 100% right. I just want to kick Miami ass, right? Like,
I get it. I ain't got no problem with that. I agree, man. We need
yeah.
that
So,
payback.
yeah, I'm on 2%, but I do want to also highlight Mitchell Robinson tonight. Tonight was for him a litmus test in its own right for Mitchell Robinson going against one of the best centers in the NBA and Rudy Gobert. You know what I mean? And Mitchell Robinson played amazing basketball yet again against one of the best centers in the NBA. What he was 11
10 points,
rebounds,
11 rebounds.
7
two
offensive
steals, two
rebounds, 2
blocks,
steals, 2 blocks, 10
10
points.
points. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, double
What do
double.
you have?
Quiet,
Seven
quiet double
offensive
double.
rebounds.
Yeah,
Seven
7 offensive.
offense against one of the better centers in the NBA. He held Rudy Gobert to like I think what like 4 rebounds, 2 to 4 rebounds in the first half.
Mhm.
And then second half, Rudy Gobert started to get more rebounds. I think that was more of a byproduct of Anthony Edwards getting penetration and Mitchell Robinson having to step out to try to help, and it left a lot more opportunities for Rudy Gobert to get rebounds and getting passes and dunks and shit like that. But when it was mano y mano, Rudy was getting his ass whooped. He was getting his ass whooped, whether it was mano y mano. Yeah, I mean, and that still goes to show that Mitchell Robinson has been the most consistent thing on this team so far this season. His
Facts.
play has not wavered all season thus far. You know what I mean? And if we could just get the rest of the team to that level of consistency, we're gonna start beating some of the better teams in the NBA. And I'm happy for Mitch. We've been a long road with Mitch. You know what I mean? It's been a long road with Mitch, and to see it all culminate into how he's playing thus far is the reason why me and everybody else on the panel, including my guy Kev, be saying just let things blossom. Like we in a good space, just let things blossom. And Mitchell Robinson is clearly a product of just letting things blossom because old Nick philosophy, we'd have packed him up a while ago, right? Yeah, we'd have packed him up a while ago, and
Facts.
then he would have came
First
back and been,
season.
and he'd have came back and been doing these kind of things to us. You feel me? Like coming
Right.
to the guard and getting fucking 13 offensive rebounds in one game, like, to, you know what I mean? So I'm happy for Mitch.
For sure. I
I'm
mean, we remember the first season he was goofy and falling all over the place, and I mean, we saw the potential. I'm glad that our management team saw it and has allowed this process to happen because now, like you say, he's running with the big dogs and he's holding his own and he's carrying us, boy.
yeah, facts, facts. Uh, I got one more thing before I'm gonna get out of here. I'm on 1% now. Uh, seen another. clip from that interview with my guy Scotty P. Scotty P. I ain't watched the whole interview. I've just been catching clips here and there. And the topic of this clip was Zach Levine. And he's like, pretty much in a nutshell, Zach Levine's been to the playoffs, what, like once or twice his whole career? Like, he's won like 4 playoff games. You talk about a guy who's collecting 30, 40 million a year. Like, has he impact winning? Like, and this is why my guy Kev don't be wanting to hear none of that shit. And whoever you throw out there on the table or the trade, Kev be like, nah.
Let me tell you again. I'm gonna tell you for Kev. Zach Levine, nah, don't
He
want
gonna
him.
say,
I'm good
hell
on him.
no.
Yo, if we could get him in the off season for a steal, yeah, maybe, but not with that supermax deal he got right now.
yo,
No way.
yo,
He's on a whole
that is,
supermax extension. What are y'all talking about, people?
yo,
A
yo,
whole
listen.
supermax extension.
Yeah, that whole first half was definitely Kev word for word. Nah, I'm good. He can stay over there. That's
Listen,
a
I know
fact.
my guy,
And
man.
Scotty P and Scott Perry, my guy. I think he's an amazing GM, and to hear him say the things that, for the most part, we all been thinking, at least on this show, it confirms like, yeah, we are really on the right track because it's the truth. As talented as Zach Levine is, he hasn't impact winning. And why would you trade away players who's accomplished more than him? you,
Right.
to bring him into this situation. Like, thus far, he everybody on his roster has accomplished more than Zach Levine has in his whole career,
For
except
less
for he
pay.
just huh
For less pay.
for less pay. Exactly, because Zach Levine has never got out of the first round of the playoffs his whole career. Yeah, I mean, and our guys have. Yeah, I mean, Jalen Brunson more than once. You feel me? So yeah, he can stay over there. He can stay over there. You know what I mean? Again, if y'all got anything to say before we wrap up, I'm on 1%. I'm pretty sure this is gonna exit out when my phone my tablet dies. So we play Miami. Let's talk about that.
Um,
Must win in my book. Must win. Like we gotta take it. There's no losing to them. We owe it to them. We owe it to ourselves, and the team owes it to us fans. We need to come out. We need to come out strong, and we need to play strong. We need to play Knicks basketball and do whatever it takes to get this win. Because I'm not. We're not talking to L on Friday. It's not happening.
Facts.
couple keys to the
Right.
game against Miami, real quick. Got to stop Bam Adebayo. Mitch has to
Mm-hmm.
contain him. He's their top piece right now. Of course, Jimmy Butler's always said, but I feel Bam plays more of an influential role for them because of the loss of their role players. And also, you have to keep tabs on Duncan Robinson being injected into the starting lineup for Tyler Hero not playing. Duncan Robinson can easily light it up from three and easily drop 20 on our heads, no problem. You
Mm-hmm.
contain at least two of those guys, I think the Knicks can win this game.
Yeah. My little quick 2 cents. I agree with Fraz. Another big test for Mitchell Robinson. I think Bam has had like a 20-point double double in his last like 7 games or some wild shit like that.
I have
He's
him on
going
fantasy. I know. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah, he's going crazy. So I need Mitchell Robinson to slow some of that down. And my thing is, if he could defend Victor Wembanyama the way he did, because Bam's skill set is the fact that he's a big guy. He moves really well, right? He could take you off the dribble. He can hit that mid range. That's his superpower, if you will, right? And if Mitchell Robinson could lock down a 7'4" guy who's not as strong, he's not as strong, but moves better than Bam, shoots better than Bam. We I have full faith that this version of Mitchell Robinson could give Bam a run for his money. Uh, Especially with him, the way he's been keeping out of foul trouble. That's a big part of guarding Bam too. 'Cause Bam likes to pump fake. He likes to get his the starting center in foul trouble.
We
Uh,
lost him. But we
and
still here.
yeah, I guess we still alive for now, but so yeah, basically T Top was just saying, this version of Mitch needs to control Bam and keep Bam under wraps in order for us to have a better chance of winning this game.
And I mean, it's doable because if you look at it during the playoffs, Mitch was still really not well. So having him there is really going to show us where we level up with them.
Well, this is kind of like a revenge game also because of the simple fact we all know the two injuries that were caused by Bam Adebayo to
Right.
Julius Randle and Emmanuel quickly. Knicks fans want some get back. I mean, I want them to get some get back as well, but on the court. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'd rather them take it out on Miami in this in-season tournament game, so that way, like I said, we need to win this game so we can at least still be in it because we'll be 2-1 if we win.
Right.
We're right behind Milwaukee because Milwaukee's 2-0. So, I mean, because you still got games going on in that period, which the in-season tournament is coming up in a little bit. I believe it's next month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think all the games are the month of November. So through the end of this month, it's all the games, and then like whatever the next level is in December.
Yeah, it's like starts like on the 6th or something like that. I forget exactly what the dates are, but we'll see what happens. See how it goes. Um, I'm looking forward to the Knicks getting some rest on Friday. I just don't need them to come out flat because 3 days of rest in between the game. Sometimes teams come out a little flat.
Yeah,
They don't come out playing like they normal selves. So hopefully the guys could keep fresh and get rested and we can get back on the court Friday and handle business.
for sure. I mean, ideally they get rest tomorrow and get back in the gym Wednesday, Thursday, go for a shoot around and then come out strong. Friday, I agree. I mean, hopefully we don't overly rest and come out flat because that would be horrible for us. The good part is we have basically the same team, which I'm sure didn't like taking that L in the playoffs. So,
Hmm.
the way our guys are built, they ready for Friday.
Yeah. And also, Miami's a little more undermanned this year. They don't have guys like Gabe Vincent, who killed us last year. Max Strus is another guy who killed us throughout the
Mhm.
playoffs. Nobody could D this guy. He was hitting threes like crazy. They don't have Cody Zeller as well, who gave them quality big man minutes behind Bam Adebayo. So, a sense if the Knicks and this 10-man rotation can outplay the Miami starters, basically, we have a good chance of winning
For
because their
sure.
bench, they don't really have too much of a bench behind the starters right now and some injuries. Like I said, Tyler Hero's been out with the ankle injury for them. So they bumped Duncan Robinson up in the lineup to a starter for now. But
Hmm.
they don't have too many players after Duncan Robinson
Right.
on the bench. So it's
Right.
like,
That's our benefit for sure. If our bench players can get going again.
definitely, I think we'll see how it goes. I think they're gonna come out playing good. We just need the wins. Just got to start keeping the momentum going.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't really got too much nothing else. I mean,
Yeah, we could call it quits for the night.
cool. It is call it a little early night tonight. Shout out T Time. His phone died, but still, you gotta carry it on. Shout out my guy T Time out. Shout out my guy Kev.
Kev.
But and I just want to shout out the Knicks Ish family. Shout out everybody on the Discord. Shout out everybody on the Knicks Ish Facebook. Do know we got heavy, heavy social media presences for Knicks Ish. Please check us out on Discord. You need an invite link. Holla at one of us. I manage it a lot, so if there's ever a question, if you on Facebook and you're trying to get to the Discord, send me a message. I don't have no problem with that. I'll get you added up to the Discord. Um, And
Oh,
please,
there go tea
hold
time.
up. He got some battery life. Hold on. We may have to continue this a little bit. Hold on. He got some battery
Nah,
life. Hold on.
I just came to
Welcome
say goodnight
back.
to everybody. I just
Welcome back.
Oh,
I
I was
just
about
came
to
back
say.
to say goodnight to everybody because I'm on
Oh no,
2% and is dying on the charger, so it don't even make no sense for me to try. You know what I
uh,
mean? I just want to say thank y'all, you know what I mean, for keeping the party going while your boy was MIA. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's go Knicks. Hopefully we get this W Friday.
definitely,
And I'll get to y'all with the link for Friday's recap. You heard? Uh,
definitely,
Mike, I don't know. I'm off Wednesday. I might, dig up some topics so we could just come and chat. You know what I mean? I might hold me to it. We're gonna play that by ear. But appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all in the panel. Good night.